Once upon a time in the heart of the African savanna, there lived a wise old chameleon named Keto. Keto was known throughout the savanna for his intelligence and his ability to get out of tricky situations using his wit. One day, a young and rather stubborn elephant named Tembo decided that he wanted to take over the watering hole. He thought that because he was big and strong, he could do whatever he wanted. So he stomped his feet and trumpeted loudly, scaring all the other animals away. They were afraid of Tembo's strength, so they let him take over the watering hole and do as he pleased. All the animals were very upset. But Keto, the chameleon, had an idea. He went up to Tembo while he was drinking from the watering hole and said, "Hey Tembo, I bet you're the strongest elephant here. You're big, you're tall, and you can stomp your feet really hard." Tembo, who was a little insecure about his large size, got angry at Keto's mocking tone and replied, "Of course I am the strongest. Who could possibly be stronger than me?" Keto simply smiled and said, "Well, then you won't mind if I challenge you to a race, right?" Tembo thought for a moment. He knew he was strong, but he wasn't sure about his speed. But his pride wouldn't allow him to back down from a challenge. So he said, "All right, Chameleon, what kind of race do you have in mind?" And before Tembo could even think of a plan, Keto said, "Let us race around the watering hole 3 times and the first one to reach the finish line wins." Tembo agreed, and the race began. Keto used his knowledge of the terrain and his ability to blend into the surroundings to confuse Tembo. At first, Tembo was able to keep up with Keto, but the chameleon soon started to pull ahead. Tembo tried his best to catch up, but no matter how fast he went, Keto was always just out of his reach. After what felt like hours, Tembo finally reached the finish line only to find out that Keto had already finished the race and was waiting for him. The other animals who had been watching the race cheered for Keto, and Tembo, exhausted and a little embarrassed, had to admit that he had been defeated by a much smaller opponent. Keto, the wise chameleon, had once again used his intelligence to outsmart a much stronger opponent. And as for Tembo, he learned that sometimes being strong isn't just about size, it's also about brains and adaptability.